huh, guys?
We don't have to be crammed in this small Chili's table.
What did he yell? Never mind.
You don't need to be crammed in a small Chili's table.
I requested one. Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to bring the travel boosters. For Amelia.
Yeah, I specialize in big groups. I need the trailer for the luggage.
Nice.
You guys are going to the Conrad, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. We're going to take the beach there. So no highway. Yeah, no highway.
Oh,
Yeah. It's going to be a nice scenic route. You ever been to Fort Lauderdale Beach?
this is the first time.
Well, it's probably the best beach in the world to be able to drive right next to. Because as you drive, the beach is here. So everybody's on the beach and then you can see the water. So not even in Miami can you do that because you don't see the beach in Miami when you drive in Miami. So this beach is probably the best beach in the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to buckle you up. Hold on.
Then I'm excited to go to the beach.
But I see you got that surfboard. There's no waves in Fort.
Oh, there is it?
Does that mean you run and then you jump on it when it hits the water? Okay, that's different. You could do that, yeah. But there's really no surfing because there's no waves here, unless you go out with the hurricane. A lot of surfers, when there's a hurricane coming, they surf. But other than the hurricanes, yeah, surfing's not a Fort Lauderdale thing.
How long is the drive? Like 20, 30?
No, 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeff, change the reservation for food. I don't know why I thought it was a half an hour.
No, you know what? But it's hard to say with traffic.
Oh, yeah,
Because
sure.
it's really close. Fort Lauderdale, like you're on the beach. Look, see?
Yeah.
We're here, and look how close the Fort Lauderdale airport is to the beach. See, so the beach is literally 10 minutes away, but I shouldn't say that because you never know with traffic.
Sure, no worries.
But it's really it's really 10 minutes. Yeah, it's really 10 minutes. Yeah, it might take longer to get to the room, right?
Now, do you only specialize in like airport, hotel, or do you do like
No, we do everything.
within the town?
Yeah, but we have a $120 minimum, so we don't do nothing less than $120.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Round trip or?
No, one way.
One way. Got
Yeah.
it. That's helpful.
Yeah, most people that don't need a shuttle, I
Sure.
tell them to take an Uber.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
really your only bet because no shuttle company is going to give you the time to. It's really a time thing. You take that shuttle out of commission, and then it can't make the money that it's supposed to be making because it's supposed to be making money to move 10
Like a
people.
minimum of that, yeah.
12. This fits 14 people with luggage, so it's made for really people that can't use an Uber. But every now and then, because of luggage, because of car seats, we do smaller groups.
Yeah.
But it's always at a minimum of 120. Did you pay 120?
I paid 120.
Yeah. So
exactly.
that's our minimum. So even if it was one person with one kid,
Yeah.
it would have been 120.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. It was worth that.
For 5 people, it's 125. It's
Sure.
for 6 people, it's 135. It just keeps going up from there.
I see.
Yeah. But mostly we go to Miami. We don't really stay local either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mostly we go Fort Lauderdale, Miami, this company.
Is that 30 minutes, Miami?
No, Miami is a good 45 minutes to an hour.
Got it.
Yeah, Miami it's all 95 and it's mostly all backed up traffic. Yeah. In this case, like I said, we're taking the beach. We don't have to. We could take the highway to where you're going, but it doesn't make sense with the rush hour, and we'd have to go west. Like there's the highway. See the yellow? See the yellow here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd have to go to the highway and then go back to the beach. Instead, we're gonna just go right to the
okay.
beach. Yeah.
I'll look for my gun.
Yeah, there's no traffic.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I don't know why. Yesterday was a holiday. It was really weird. Today there wasn't any traffic, and I was thinking, why isn't there traffic? Unusual. Yeah, so that next light is the street where your hotel is at.
The next light is the street. Oh.
But the street goes this way over the bridge and then curves to the left where the beach is.
I see.
But it's one street. Yeah, it's called Southeast 17th Street, and it turns into A1A,
I see.
which is what Fort Lauderdale Beach Boulevard is. Yeah. So really, it's just one street going to the beach and then curving to the left. So yeah, it's close.
Is it true there's sharks? Someone said there were sharks at this ocean.
Yeah, there is sharks. Yeah, but not. I wouldn't say sharks that you'd have to worry about. I mean, nobody's getting bitten. Nobody's definitely not getting eaten. But yeah, Florida waters do have sharks, but it's not something like I snorkel in Lauderdale by the sea, which there's a fishing pier.
Yeah.
And there's sharks by the fishing pier, but the sharks are looking for fish, and they're looking for scrap that people throw off the dock.
Okay.
And and a lot of people are swimming among them.
Okay.
And they're like nurse sharks and tiger sharks and mako sharks, and they're not bothering anybody.
Okay.
They're just swimming around. Yeah, so it's not like you really got to worry the way you would have to worry if you were in California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in California, they look at the surfboards and they think they're seals, and they eat them, right?
Yep.
Here, there is no seals, and the sharks here are eating fish this big, right?
I see.
So when they see something that's not a fish this big, they're not interested because they're not eating it. That's what scuba divers will tell you.
Okay.
So I know people come here and they worry about that, and a good way to get over that anxiety is to try to Google Fort Lauderdale shark attack, right?
Look at the stats.
And try to look for the most recent one.
Yeah.
Look at those. I wouldn't think there's anyone in the last couple of years. I would have heard about it.
Okay.
So and as many people are swimming in this ocean, right? For me not to even remember when somebody got bitten by a shark in Fort Lauderdale Beach, that's very, very rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah. The worst thing you worry about when you swim in the ocean is something called undertow.
Yeah, it's the riptide and all that.
And the way if you don't know about that, if you're not hip to be able to notice it, then what you do is you swim in front of the lifeguard stand.
Yeah.
Because the lifeguard's trained to look for an undertow, but since he could be lazy and not looking over there with the binoculars and not looking over there, he can't help but look in front of the lifeguard stand.
True. Okay.
So the lifeguard stand, there's cones like this, so you're not allowed to like be directly in front of the lifeguard stand, because he has to be able to run back and forth if something happens,
Okay.
or a Jeep or something gets to pull in there. But when you see the lifeguard stand, you're going to see some cones. You should stay right by the cones,
Okay.
because then the lifeguard's just looking at you.
Okay.
You know, even if nothing else, he's looking at your stuff.
Yeah.
So if you worry about leaving your purse, which some people do,
Yeah.
if I go to the beach, I always put my scooter there.
Yeah.
So that way, if anybody was going to take anything off someone from the beach, they're not taking it from someone right by the
Yeah,
lifeguard stand.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
true.
what I would suggest. You know,
Okay.
he's looking straight ahead all day. You know,
Okay.
he's got an 8-hour shift doing nothing but just staring out into the ocean. So he's looking for sharks. He's looking for undertow. He's looking for homeless people that might try to steal something, right? So that's the best thing, the safest
Okay.
thing. Yeah, in front of the lifeguard stand, or right to the left or right to the right of him. Yeah.
Thank you for the tips. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Actually, the cruise ship should be leaving right about now. We might see one leaving in the ocean.
Oh.
Let's see if there's any here, because if they were here, they'd be right here, and they should be leaving right about now. They usually leave 5:30, so there's none here. Oh, there's one. I don't know what that is. It's more like a yacht. I don't know what that boat is. I don't know what that is. Never seen that one before. But yeah, I don't see any cruise ship. There must have been none here, because that's how the cruise ships get out to the ocean right there. So if we don't see them, then there was none here today.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the beach starts pretty much where those buildings are now.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are down the beach across the street. You guys are right across the street from the beach.
Okay. What's your sorry for all the questions.
Yeah, no,
What's your favorite restaurant?
You have to go to Casablanca,
Casablanca.
and you
Okay.
can walk there from your hotel.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, so
Family friendly-ish?
yes,
Okay.
and it's very low for locals more than for
Yeah,
tourists.
do you like local food?
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. So just put your phone under. It's actually an old mansion that was converted into a 2-story restaurant with a little balcony. Beautiful building. We're looking at the ocean. There's outdoor seating. So yeah, I would recommend putting your phone on Casablanca,
Okay.
and you could walk there. Yeah, that's
Keep that in mind, Jeff.
yeah. If you want to eat on the beach, if you want to have much more selection, then you would maybe take an Uber downtown, which is only about 15 minutes away. And then there's plenty of restaurants there, even as generic as Cheesecake Factory and Louis Bossi's, which is a big restaurant chain for Italian food.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I'm very huge on local food.
yeah, the local restaurant here, and the restaurant that there's a line outside sometimes would be Casablanca's. And I don't think, I gotta see my bearings, I don't know, we might pass it depending on where the Conrad is. Conrad's so close, it could be after it where we would pass the restaurant. So let's see, maybe we could
Have you heard of Vitolo's?
what's it called?
Vitolo.
No.
It's inside the Conrad.
Oh, is it? No.
It's a good Italian restaurant.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not saying I don't recommend it, but I don't know it. I don't know it. No.
Okay.
But I will tell you some trivia. The Conrad was supposed to be a Trump hotel.
I heard. Yeah.
And there was Chinese drywall installed, and Trump did not want to gut out the drywall and have it fixed. So he just filed for bankruptcy, and then the bankruptcy took over the building, and it was stayed empty for a couple of years, and then it was reopened a couple of years ago.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, but
So it's only a couple of years old.
the building's probably around 8 to 10 years old.
Okay.
The building, but it stayed empty for about 5 years.
Oh.
And then it took about a year or two to open. So I think it's been open for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, wow.
But in
Okay.
reality, they've already painted it and they've already had to upgrade it, because any building by the beach, it rusts and
Sure.
and you need to paint it like every year, because it's looking at the ocean. But it's a very unique building. You can see that it had some really cool design features, like some giant circles on the front. I mean, Trump tried to make it look really, like he designed it, so he tried to make it look special.
Yeah.
And it is supposedly, I've never been inside, but it's supposed to be a very special building.
Okay.
It's just, there was a time that everybody was getting this drywall from overseas, and it turned out to be bad. It turned out to emit I think formaldehyde or something,
no.
and you can get sick from it.
Yeah, of course.
It was giving off some fumes, and they couldn't do nothing but. After the whole building was done, they said, we can't give you a certificate of occupancy. You guys have this drywall that we just found out about, and it was going to be millions of dollars to take that drywall out and put it in. So he just said, screw it. Yeah. I don't know who runs it now. Is it a private hotel now?
It's a Hilton.
Is it a Hilton?
I don't know. Yeah, Conrad.
Oh, I didn't know it was the Hilton. Okay.
Yep, it's a Hilton. I don't know.
Well, you know why? Conrad Hilton is the Hilton grandfather.
Ah.
Yeah, if you look into, and I only know that because I actually read Trump's Art of the Deal book, or listened to the voice, what is it called? Audio book.
Yeah.
And Conrad Hilton opened up a building in Atlantic City at the same time that Trump was, and they became friends. And eventually Conrad Hilton died about 10 years ago, but Trump mentions Conrad in the book. So when, I guess the Hilton bought this, and it's funny because the Hiltons have a great relationship with the Trumps, and now that you think about it, if Trump went bankrupt and it went into bankruptcy, why not Hilton buy it?
Yeah.
Because the Trumps and the Hiltons
that
they've been really tight for a long time.
Yeah, of course.
And they had a lot of, I think the Hilton, I think Trump bought, eventually the Hiltons left Atlantic City, and Trump bought the Hilton building. So the Atlantic City Hilton was bought by Trump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Hiltons and the Trumps are kind of, they're in lockstep, yeah. But that's why they named it. They named it after the namesake, which really, he wasn't really the founder. It was his father who was. Conrad, supposedly, depending on if you believe what Trump said in the book, he was given like with a silver spoon, which you could kind of say Trump did too.
Yeah.
But the Hilton empire was vastly bigger than the Trump empire, you know.
Definitely.
And Conrad was kind of like brought into, the hotel business, where the Trumps weren't in the hotel business. They were just building construction buildings, right? Trump put himself in that business. But it's interesting that now I know. It's funny that I never put two and two together. Now that you said it's a Hilton, of course that they named it the Conrad.
Full circle.
Yeah, of course they named it after the grandfather. Of course. That makes sense. Okay, so this is Fort Lauderdale Beach right here.
Okay.
There's a Bubba Gump Shrimp Factory right here too on the left.
Never been to one of them. I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's coming up right here on the left. I'll show you that. See the cones by the lifeguard stands? Set up right by the cones.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lifeguards every see, there's another lifeguard there.
Yep.
You just go to the third cone and you set up right there. So here's Bubba Gump Shrimp Factory to the left. Oh my God, guess what? It went out of business.
Oh, I've never been to one, so.
It went out of business. That's crazy.
Don't know what I'm missing.
Yeah, it went out of business. How cool is that the beach is right there, right?
I love it, yeah.
Where can you drive, right, in America, and the beach is right there? Only here. I mean,
that's true.
I don't know any other place where you can drive like this. And that's why it's so special. They just taken this down for Memorial Day. All of these gates were here. They had gates so you couldn't cross the street. So these are just all little bars, little like Mexican bars and stuff. Nothing special, but Senor Frogs, right? There's a Mexican place here that's pretty popular around the corner. On this corner right here, this is popular, this Mexican place. It's called, what is it called? The Drunken Taco. Yeah. There's another restaurant here, Cafe Del Mar. There's a Hooters, and this is an indoor mall. This is the Marriott complex. All of this you can walk to.
Oh, cool.
So, because you're right up here on the left. So there's some bars in here. There's a Hooters. There's some shops, ice cream, coffee.
That's what it said. I mean, it could be jelly.
Fun.
Yeah. Is this the W?
I think the Four Seasons is right next.
Oh, that's the Four Seasons there?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like next door near the Conrad.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the Westin. Oh yeah, we are going to pass the Casablanca. I'm going to show it to you, I'm pretty sure. Here it is right here on the left. You see this yellow building?
Oh, it looks lovely, yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Jeff, look at this restaurant. Do you see it? We gotta check the Casablanca.
Yeah, check out the menu. Yeah, it's really good. Here's the Starbucks right here in the lobby of this hotel right here. Here's the Westin.
done.
They don't know about water.
Oh, there's the W. All right. Then I think it's the Hilton next, and then I think it's you after that.
I don't have any snacks because we didn't buy any airport when we get to the hotel. I think sometime, which will be there in a few minutes. That's right. I have promised Alina a cookie for sitting her seatbelt on in the airplane. I don't have any cookies. I will find a cookie. I know, you have to give mommy some time to pay up. I have to go find one of those.
Yeah, we've gone through the same conversation.
Yeah, the Conrad has all the circles. That's how I know the Conrad. See, the front of the building has all circles, which is harder to do than squares, obviously. And that's a Trump thing.
Oh,
This
I see.
isn't this Dakota, a Japanese
Yeah,
steakhouse?
that's the side of it, yeah.
That's a Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
Must cost a fortune.
It does. It's like a $5 sign.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, look, it's nice. It's
It
nice.
is nice.
Yeah. I'm not sure which side to get in. I don't know if I got to go on this side or this side. See, it's already Weston again.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yep.
But he made it beautiful. I mean, that's a Trump building, and he has unbelievable design and giant balconies. Look at the front balconies, how they're double balconies. It's really
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
and they're pivoted out. Yeah. All right, so how do I get in this place? Probably near the street. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, this probably is one of the best buildings on the beach.
Oh.
That's what I think. 'Cause,
That's good news.
yeah, Trump built it, and he, if you know what he does, I mean, he doesn't skimp, and he tries to show off, right? He's got a big ego. So this building was supposed to show ego.
Our ego, yeah.
Yeah, his ego. Yeah. And I know that's why he did the circles, because nobody has circles.
Of course,
The
yeah.
circles are the most expensive thing to build. Anybody can put, because cinder blocks
I
are
see.
square, right? So
I
it's so easy to make a square window. What does he do? He puts circles everywhere to make it look unbelievable. Yeah.
That's a cool looking bar.
This bar just opened.
Oh,
yeah.
this is where we're supposed to eat tonight. We'll have to check it out.
Oh, yeah?
Patolo's.
Oh, that's the place. That's Italian, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This is supposed to be a part of the hotel restaurant.
Yeah, matter of fact, I've never dropped anybody off here. I think I've dropped off people at every hotel on the beach except this one. And it's just like the W. The Wish is exactly like pulling into the W. It's nice, yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's actually wider than the W. Huh. So it looks like there's two sides. It looks like there's two sides. Check in, drop off. So check in, it says this way, right here. Oh no, that's the restaurant. That's the restaurant, right? So it's over here.
Is that the lobby right there, Jen? Okay.
This is the lobby here, right?
Where's the pool?
Yep, straight ahead, like front of you, right to your
Where's
left.
the pool?
The pool, we'll find out soon.
Wow, it's really nice.
There's a pool somewhere in this building.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
excited. Yes.
I'm impressed. This beats Holiday Inn.
All right. Are they gonna help us? I don't have to do it now. I know. Just if I can read. Thank you.
Watch your head when you get out.
Oh yes.
Help me.
Watch your feet.
Nope.
Ready, dude? You do that? We even looped around the building.
Jeff, can I give you Alina?
I've got to get.
They're gonna. All right, Lena. You're gonna come down with me. Get your bag.
I'm getting
Wait,
out.
wait, get your bag.